The only way you learn is through suffering. 3 years ago, when I wanted to get abs for the first time in my life, I remember looking at a TikTok that said, "Why do you want abs?" And obviously the answer was easy: to get attention, to just feel good about myself. And then that person said, well, if it was easy, it would have no value. Like, think about it. If everyone suddenly had a six-pack, would having a six-pack even be cool? Would it even be like aesthetic? Probably not. The reason you want it, and I wanted it, was because no one had it. It's because I knew if I had a six-pack, people would see me as higher status, because I had something people wished they had. So you can't get anything without pain, because if there's no pain, that means probably everyone has it. No one wants to be fat, but to become fat, there's no pain. You just eat junk food, be lazy, and you straight away become fat. Like, it's not hard to obtain, therefore no one wants it. No one wants to be overweight and unhealthy. So that's why I understood properly that I needed pain. I needed to put myself through suffering to get something I wanted, especially if it was something valuable. The more valuable it is, the harder it's going to be to obtain, the more pain there's going to be, because fewer people have it. It's that simple. And as soon as I understood this concept, going to the gym, training hard, building my dream physique had never been so easier. Because when it was hard, I got excited. I wasn't scared. I wasn't like, oh, I need to go to the gym. Oh, it's so painful, I don't want to go. If it was painful working out or showing up 7 days a week, I got excited because I knew that's where most people were going to give up. And I'm not like everyone else. I'm not. I literally have a tattoo on my arm that says never give up. I wasn't going to be like everyone else. So, of course, I got excited. I was like, ooh, people are going to quit here, but I'm not. I'm going to keep going. And just by doing so, just by understanding this sentence that nothing comes without pain, my life got so much easier. Because when it was hard, I got excited, I kept pushing. And you probably know this, if you never stop pushing, you always do the same thing over and over again, even despite seeing any progress, you're eventually going to get everything you wanted. No matter what domain it is, the gym, business, money, status, accomplishments, whatever it is, it's a universal fact. If you keep going and you can handle the boredom of repetition, of doing the same thing with no progress, you're eventually going to get what you want. But the only way you're going to be able to achieve this is if you understand pain is part of obtaining what you want. Because look, think about it. Would you still want to have all the success with the money, with maybe girls, with the gym, whatever it is? Would you still want that success if tomorrow when you woke up, everyone else had it? Like, it's cool having a Lamborghini when you're the only one who has one. But if you woke up, everyone had a Lamborghini, would you still want one? Probably not, because you're like, yeah, everyone has one, the value's gone. So it's the exact same thing here. So how do you actually handle pain? Well, the first step is to actually understand this. If you know pain is needed, then pain is so much more manageable for you because you just know it's part of the process. But the second thing is to actually turn that pain into fun. The most things, like most people think the pain to achieve something needs to be negative, but I find it positive. Like, look, building your dream physique, what's the pain points? Dieting, training, maybe being consistent, lifting heavy weights. But what if you could make that fun? What if you could make the pain fun of the journey? Like, of course, you'd get there so much faster. So that's what I've started doing is when I'm wanting to achieve something, whether it's the gym, my personal goals, I just make the pain point fun. So if it's business, it's working on your business. That's the pain point. If it's the gym, it's working out dieting. If it's relationships, it's talking to strangers. It's maybe improving social skills. That's the pain points. But instead of seeing them as a pain point, which is naturally going to make you think it's painful, start seeing it as a positive, fun thing. Start being excited for the pain points. Like now when I go to the gym, so I work out like 45 minutes, an hour, my muscles, and then I do an hour's worth of cardio. Now I'm excited for the cardio, not because I like cardio, I hate it, but because I know in a week from now, I'm going to be more lean than ever. I'm going to have a six-pack soon. I'm going to feel awesome about the way I look. And just because I'm visualizing the future, it's making me okay with suffering in the present moment because I know it's worth it, because I understand nothing comes without suffering. The things you want needs to come from suffering, from pain. And once you understand this, then you can deal with the pain. So make the pain fun by actually thinking about the end goal. Don't just focus on the journey. Still think about the destination. Still think about where you're going to be in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 10 years, if you just keep going. Think of that, and I promise when you do, the pain points are going to become fun naturally because you're just going to be motivated. And I'm sure you'll agree, there's no better feeling than being motivated when you're doing something hard. Like if you know you're doing something hard, but you're actually motivated to do it, you feel awesome. You feel like you're the man, the king. You feel like everything's just so easy because the hardest part is now the easiest part for you. So how do you get motivated? Well, it's pretty simple. To be fair, it's just use negativity. Like, I know it's not probably the best for your mental health, but at first, when you're starting off something like the gym, I'm just relating it to the gym because that's where I know, using pain points like negativity is so powerful to being okay with the pain. Like, think of it, like balances where if this side is heavier, so it goes down, this side goes up, and vice versa. Think of it this way. There's 2 pain points. There's the pain of taking the actions, and there's the pain of not taking the actions. So let's say for the gym, you're overweight, you want to lose weight. What's the pain points of taking action? It's going to the gym, dieting, maybe creating new habits, killing old habits, just changing your life. That's the pain points. But on this side, what's the pain of not changing? It's still hating the way you look. Maybe it's still getting bullied. Maybe it's still having so low self-esteem, so low confidence. That's the pain point. And if this side, the pain of not taking action, is heavier than the pain of taking action, then naturally you're going to do what's painful because you know it's worth it. The reason you don't want to do painful things is because you don't see the value in it. But when I started losing weight, I hated the way I used to look. I felt so insecure, had no confidence. So yeah, sure, working out sucked. Yeah, sure, dieting sucked. But it was never as painful as staying the same. It was never as painful as not liking the way I looked in the mirror. So no pain of working out, training, dieting could ever compare to the pain of staying the same. And that just made me okay with suffering until I had my dream outcome. And even now, 3 years down the line, I'm still not satisfied by any means, but I still have the same values. I'm still thinking, yeah, training still sucks, dieting still sucks, cardio still sucks, but nothing would suck more than going back on my progress, than not making progress, than seeing myself 2 months from now and thinking, I looked better 2 months ago. No, nothing could compare to that feeling. So I'm naturally always pushing. I literally never miss a day because of it, because I'm okay with the pain of taking action, because I know the pain of not taking action is going to be so much more painful and so much heavier. Like there's a quote that goes, if you're anxious about the price to pay, wait until you get served the receipt of regret. Or it's something in those ways where it's basically like price of action is way less worse than the price of inaction. So just take action, go to the gym. And I promise, look, the pain points only last when you're not making progress. Something for like the gym, as soon as you start seeing progress, or money, as soon as you start making money, then it's never hard again. Like it's not hard when you're winning. It's only hard when you're losing. And for like the gym, you're only losing for like a month or two until you start seeing progress. And then it's all easy. It's all downhill because you've already made progress. You know it works and you just need to keep going. So yeah, I hope this video has actually helped you in terms of like understanding why if it's painful, you should be excited. Because if it's painful, that means you're going towards something that's worth it. Something that people usually fear of trying, but they still want. If it's painful, it's because it's valuable. But at the same time, get excited because all your competitors are giving up, but you're not, because you're watching this type of content, you're improving, you're trying to learn about managing pain, learn about achieving your goals. So you should be so proud of yourself. I promise you, get okay with pain, get okay with actually having to deal with pain in your progress journey, whether it's the gym, fitness, or I don't know, any domain in your life. Get okay with the pain. And I promise when you do, your life will skyrocket and you'll just be like a progress machine, because no one will ever be able to ever stop you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want more tips like this to actually learn about how you can improve yourself, I'm not a master by any means, but I've made quite a bit of progress in the last few years. Just drop us follow now. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.